Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here today with Sky and Rich, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is Sky's ability to understand and respond to her formal on-leash obedience commands. The little tiny corrections and lots of motivation that we give this girl when we're working with her, and the training equipment that we're using. We've pulled out all the stops. Rich is using a regular 6-foot web training leash. He keeps the bulk of that leash folded in his right hand, which leaves his left hand free to give any little correction that's needed. And the only correction that we give is a little tug and release on her training collar. Rich has also incorporated a clicker and treats into her training program so that she stays motivated and she keeps her head up off the ground and she learns to focus on you. Now, as you can see, she is sitting very nicely at Rich's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done. And the first exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is heeling. The command is Sky heel, and at this point she has a job to do, and that is to maintain pace with you when walking, not forging ahead or lagging behind. And then she's also been taught to sit automatically when you stop your feet. So if Rich turns, she should turn. She should be more focused on him than what's going on the ground. And she's paying beautiful attention to him, making great eye contact. And every time he stops, she sits. So when you stop to cross traffic, she sits automatically. This is your sit-stay. It is a hand and a voice command, and because it is a stationary exercise, you do not use her name. You can practice this indoors as well as outdoors. And when Rich returns back to her, he walks all the way around her, ending up back to where they started at heel position, and they take off heeling again. So depending on the size of your home, the majority of these exercises can be practiced indoors as well as outdoors. So you're teaching good house manners at the same time that you're reinforcing obedience commands. Rich leaves her in another sit-stay, and you're going to start out with this for about 30 seconds and slowly work up to a 3-minute long sit-stay. This time Rich will call her, and she's been taught to come and sit right in front of you, facing your knees, not launching herself at you. And she gets praise and a treat for a good job, and occasionally you'll hear Rich use his clicker to keep her focused. And she enjoys doing this. This is good for her. She can be a little skittish, so what we want to do is instill confidence and praise her for a good job, but also have her performing skills for you. And this afternoon, Rich will go over everything with you. We have a packet of information that will help you with the transition back to home. And you see that if Rich speeds up, she speeds up. If he turns, she turns. And she's very focused on him. If he walks slowly, she does the same. And she pays very, very good attention. Now we have a little blanket out here for her because she's not a fan of putting her belly on the cold ground. So we've incorporated a blanket. This is your down from a heel position. And stay. And again, this is, especially at this time of year, better practiced indoors. We just like to do our videos outside because it gives us a better view of what she's learned. And you notice that between her stationary exercises, Rich will heel with her. She's a cutie. And we want her to look to you for direction, because Neos will take on their own personality and try to do the thinking for you. And the last thing we want is for her to become aggressive. Rich calls her out of that down, and she comes right in and sits. Very nice. Now we have demonstrated for you Sky's healing, her automatic sits, her sit stay, her down from a heel position. And she's very responsive to that clicker.
Down.
This is your down from a distance. And your homework is going to be to increase everything. The time that you can leave her, the distance that you can go, and her still be responsive to her commands. All of those things are part of what you're going to be practicing when she goes home. You can use your video as a guide, but you want to always try to stretch her a little bit further than where she is right now, a little bit each day. We've enjoyed having her. She's done an awesome job. She's a sweetheart. We want to thank you for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company, and we will see you very soon.